Greetings, this is Kal Kat, the Kal Katster, and this is a brief review of a movie that's been out for a while called The Addams Family. I saw it on the weekend. I've seen other reviews for it, mainly the Stone Gremlins one, and they didn't like it. They sided with the critics end of it. You could say it did. I don't know. It was all right. I wouldn't say that I didn't like it. It was fine. Average. I think the critics gave it somewhere in the 40s, but I'd say it's 50. It's better than 50%, maybe 60. That would make it 3 stars, roughly. Scale of 1 to 5, 2.5, 3 star, 2.5, 3. Yeah, it's not quite 3. It's not great. It's not like the original 2. It's a cartoon visual reboot, kind of using the techniques to look like Laika a little bit, but I don't think it was, because it'd be more clever if it actually was them. There was casting was fine, I guess. They had the guy from Star Wars. They had the girl from Hit Girl. They had Chloe Moretz from Hit Girl. They had the girl from Long Shot, the lady, Charlize Theron. They had the Snoop Dogg, I think, was playing Cousin It. It's odd. And they made him come up in a Cadillac with bling to point space to Cadillac. The movie is about the Addams family, and they creepy and kooky, absolutely ooky. There was a 30s comic strip, 50s, 30s, 50s, I think it was 50s actually, 50s comic strip, and a TV show. It's kind of like the Elvira, Vampira, and Mistress of the Dark creature feature kind of people. It's kind of what they were sort of cross-pollinating over the years. There's a vast history of how that came to be. But anyway, and the Munsters was a rip-off of the Addams Family, and they would deny that, say no, we weren't. No, they were totally. It's like Buck Rogers and Flash Gordon were kind of ripping each other off back in the 30s. So you have sort of a family of monsters. Hotel Transylvania borrows liberally from this and the Munsters, this concept. They were trying to be a little bit of Hotel Transylvania in this movie, I think, because those 3 movies were successful, so why not copy them? But they were copying the other tropes, so you can see why some of the critics that are slightly younger are they just imitating the stuff that's already been done? Why not do a reboot? I would have done it with a live cast. I mean, the 1990 Addams Family and the 92 Addams Family Values could certainly be remade as a live-action movie. Sure, why not? I wouldn't cast those particular people as them, though. I mean, Angelica Houston and Raul Julia from the 90s can't be replaced, but there's always room for some sort of a remake. I understand that there was a Munsters thing on Netflix or something like, or maybe Hulu for a while. I don't know if it did very well. I don't know. So the premise is that the Addams family go to this asylum mansion house and they live there. And then this crazy land developer lady who is a cross between Martha Stewart, Hillary Clinton, and Donald Trump. and she's like, it's definitely a Martha Stewart type of thing. Comes in Gardens, Martha Stewart. Looks a little like Joan Rivers, but has the Donald Trump hair going. So she's Martha Stewart. But she's acting like the other 2. There's a scene where they homage it. It's in the preview. Although Stephen King, no doubt, was a fan of the Addams Family and the Munsters when he was young. He had to, because a lot of his stuff has that same kind of vibe. So, in effect, putting that in-joke in there from it actually works, because it's not just a culture reference. It's referencing that Stephen King likes this kind of thing, even though it wasn't Stephen King who directed this movie. But yeah, I liked that joke, and the joke was funny because in the movie it works better because the balloon flew in from the development and landed in in their garden, and the Whomping Willow thing, the tree Ichabod, is there, and like something out of Harry Potter, but actually not. The Addams Family thought of it first. The Whomping Willow was way before J.K. Rowling, who's also a fan of, very influenced by the same macabre sort of gothic thing as this movie. Very much so. Voldemort and his bad cadre in Harry Potter would fit perfectly well in the monster universe of this movie. So yeah, definitely. Harry Potter would fit in the universe as well. So yeah, it's all the macabre gothic sort of thing. But that's British Gothic. So yeah, the Whomping Willow is not original. It goes back to the original comic strip. Yeah, so Ichabod. Tree moves. It's a dead tree. But the tree lands on the tree. Wednesday finds it. Wednesday is the girl, and the mother then finds the balloon and says, "Usually there's a psychotic clown attached to one of these," which is a reference to the hit movies, although mainly the modern movies, which is odd. But sure, why not? It's supposed to be set in modern times. You probably saw it. Then the joke is that they immediately cut in the joke to the television thing showing this crazy lady who wants to come in and like remake everything in her image in this perfection town, kind of like in that movie that I didn't see about the Ugly Dolls. They had Perfection Town as well, so they stole this from Ugly Dolls. Perfection Town is not part of or maybe from the Lorax, but Perfection Town is not part of Addams Family. They made that up. It's not part of it. Cell phone's definitely not part of it. Camera's not part of it. There was but the gag is that they look at this lady, and she goes, "Aha! There's the psychotic clown." And the lady's up. that was funny. That was clever. and Uncle Fester and everyone. Pugsley likes to blow things up. Apparently, the premise is that Pugsley is going to have his coronation to being a man, and he's a kid in the movie, the little boy, and he's an actor I'm not familiar with. I think he might be from Stranger Things. Seems like everybody is. Yeah, he's gonna have so he's got to learn how to do the sword battle. I don't know where they got that from. It's not in. Anyway. So, yeah, so the sword battle thing going on. And the Pugsley and he fails at this in the story, and so right, yeah. Then uses his talent, which is blowing things up. Basically, the plot of the movie is all over the place, and maybe that's what they didn't like, but the jokes worked, landed for the most part. It was a little silly when the Hand and the Butler are inventing the Addams Family song. That was kind of dumb, but I suppose if you tuned out after that and didn't watch the rest of it, you wouldn't get the allegory that's a joke on the whole. There's a political allegory in there of and intolerance and stuff that they threw in there. In a sense, so to speak. Of course, since it's a kooky Halloween movie, the bad guy lady doesn't get beaten so much as Uncle Fester falls in love with her, and then she turns because the mob turns on her. Which, spoiler. So the town sort of gets half macabre. Yeah, there's your movie. There's little spoilers in this review, but I don't think anybody's going to see it, so I'll spoil it. It's been out a while. Yeah, so everything works out. It's a kid's cartoon. It's rated PG, G probably. I don't think there's anything really scary in it. A lot of Latin cast members in it. I wonder if some of those people that were hating on the movie just didn't like that for whatever reason. That would be weird. That's probably what it is. They just don't like empowered Mr. Gomez and his family. Gomez Addams. Well, they're actually obviously like a nuclear, like half Mexican, half. Well, Addams is English, so yeah, two D's. So they're half, or even a third, something. Anyway, so yeah, Addams Family. Yeah, that's all I got. Really, that's what it is. It's fine. Just worth a rental, I guess. Keep your kids entertained on Halloween or something. Thumbs up. Yeah, it's harmless enough. So that's it. I just won't ramble on about other stuff since